There comes a time in everybody's life that they must admit that at one point or another they've been wrong. Terribly, terribly wrong. I know it's the internet. It's not fashionable to admit that you're wrong. Being wrong means that you admit defeat to reality. And we can't do that, can we? I mean, admit we're wrong and correct ourselves and strive to be better? That's just showing weakness. Well, I am weak, so this is the top 7 things I was very wrong about. Things that I held as core beliefs for a while. Things that I had done and believed them to be just. Things that I, in retrospect, should have never tried, or said, or done. But at the time, they seemed right, which is what usually happens with everybody that's ever wrong about something. At one point in their life, they think they are right, they think they know what's up, and they're wrong. And they don't even know how wrong they are. That's how wrong they are. So that being said, let's get this humiliation started with number 7. DMM taking over. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in engineering university, a local one, so it wasn't really a great one. But I was learning about finite element analysis. And I love that crap. Applying forces to bars and see them being bent. And well, we were doing it mostly numerically, so you didn't see them being bent, you saw the results, like numerically. And then, lo and behold, there came this demo of the Force Unleashed with DMM, Digital Molecular Matter. And it was the same thing I was studying. But this was being done in real time and it looked amazing. I mean, the wood was splintering exactly how wood was split. And I understood it. I understood the foundation through which it was made. They just subdivided a model into smaller bits and used some very commonly known equations to calculate exactly how well those bits are tied together. How much force they can be exerted on, torsion, like compression and the other ones. Yeah, it's all math. It's easy. And I thought to myself, man, this is gonna be everywhere. Every game is gonna use it. We're gonna move past those dumb decades where you armed with a rocket launcher and enough firepower to blow up the sun would come across a locked wooden door and could not get through it. But to be fair, Ultima Underworld didn't have that issue and it was made way before the MM or way before the FPS genre. But then, now was the time. Now was the time. Man, I was so excited and I was so wrong. The MM did not take off. The MM is dead. Well, DMM is last time I checked, DMM was part of Gamebryo, the engine. Not the one that Bethesda uses. Bethesda licensed a version of Netimers before they called it Gamebryo. They licensed it in 2000 something. I think 2000, and they've been using that ever since. They didn't even update it to like the latest version, which does have DMM in it, and I think it's had DMM since before New Vegas was a thing. Now the reasons why it didn't take off can be many. For one, the simulation did require some computing power, like a dual core CPU in 2009, which okay, maybe not everybody had. Still had a Pentium D and it worked on a Pentium D, for God's sake. You know how trash a Pentium D is? A single core CPU can kick its ass. That's how trash it was. I remember videos on that piece of crap. Worked a year for free for that piece of crap. Well, that in the video cut it blow up. But it was licensed exclusively by LucasArts for a year. They were gonna make an Indiana Jones game with it. They didn't, and then nobody touched it. Then it died. And well, we did get physics, which is not the same thing, and it's proprietary. Well, actually now, and it's not. Like today, NVIDIA announced that physics is now going open source. Even the GPU accelerated portion of it is going open source. I'm not sure what that would mean actually. Will it be able to run on Radeon and Intel stuff? I hope so. I hope it can be modified now that it's open source to run on those. Because if it can, then maybe we'll get close to the beauty that DMM once was. And maybe one day we'll have a game that will make Red Faction Guerrilla seem like child's play in terms of destruction physics, because so far it still holds the crown. Nothing comes close to it, and it didn't use DMM, it just used a really funky version of Havoc and Geomod. I think it had Havoc, not sure anymore. Number 6, making only a single Minecraft video and Fortnite video. I made a show about Minecraft in 2010. Remember 2010? Yeah, Minecraft was getting popular. Highlight, getting, embolden, getting. And I made a video about it. One single video about it. Can you imagine what would have happened if I made 2, if I made 3, if I made a series of videos about Minecraft 8 years ago? Because the game ran okay on my PC, it worked okay on a single core, making content would have been not all that difficult, but I didn't. I thought to myself, okay, I highlighted this little indie gem. Oh god, what did I do? And then moved on to Prelude to Darkness, which, fun fact, if you look up information about Prelude to Darkness in any language, actually, I think, my video is still one of the first things that shows up, and I only played a demo of it. The demo. I think the full game is now available for free. I went from Minecraft to Prelude to Darkness. Now, Prelude was kind of a sweet game, don't get me wrong, but if I had caught that rising revenue wave 8 years ago in 2011 when Minecraft went big, like super immensely big, oh my god, I'd probably still have my original blood. I could have saved myself so many troubles. Fortnite too, made a video about it. One single video. I actually think I made 2 of them. I just keep avoiding the popular games and sticking to the schedule instead of jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, that music she is playing. And she is charming and she wants me to jump aboard, and by golly, I should have done it. Number 5, I thought the Wii U would sell well. Now, here's where I was coming from. The Wii U was an immensely successful console, and the Wii U could have tapped into that exact same audience because now it had a new gimmick. It had a tablet. And the hottest thing back then, the hottest device you could buy for spoiled brats was a tablet, and for old geezers as well. It was like a giant phone. You could finally see all the buttons. So I thought that thing would have been like a super seller. It would have gone gangbusters. But I didn't count on the fact that Nintendo botched the marketing for it so badly that people thought it was just the tablet that was the entire console, not the actual console as well. So when they went into stores and the salesperson was trying to give them the console with the tablet, they just, oh no, I already have the console, I just want a tablet. And they say, well, you can buy them separately. Well, then I won't buy it. And you may say to yourself, okay, who realistically would do that? I mean, if you're gonna buy a console, you're gonna know what it's about. Remember who bought the Wii? Your grandma bought the Wii. She doesn't understand things. She just knows that it's a console game that flails about, and now there's a tablet for it. Otherwise, why call it the Wii U? Why not call it the Wii 2 or the not same console as the Wii? The target audience of the Wii did not get it, and I did not expect them to not get it. So it's a good thing I didn't invest money in Nintendo stock. Also gonna say that it failed because having a second screen experience on a console would have probably been a good thing, because, you know, on the second screen you can do inventory management with your finger, you know, like a touch interface, like maybe we would have gotten to RPGs that use Morrowind style interfaces for inventories again instead of torture, but it was not to be. Number 4, Windows 10. Now, you can call me stupid all you want, I fully accept it. I believe Microsoft when they said, okay, we're gonna make Windows 10 something new. We're gonna cut off everything before it. That's why everybody's getting an upgrade. Windows 7, Windows 8, yeah, you're getting upgrades for free to Windows 10 because we need everybody to be on the same level, because this is going to be a new platform. This is going to be anything. Yeah, we're going to maintain compatibility with as much of the old stuff as we can, but this is a new age. This is DirectX 12. We could maybe get it to work on Windows 8 and Windows 7, but it's built for this generation, for this technology, for this new operating system. Everything is new, everything is shiny, everything is built for the future, and oh my god, was I a moron. This was just a reskin on Windows 8. It was so badly botched that even today, it is still an ostrich camel. We have an expression in Romanian, ostrich camel, meant to describe something that is so hodgepodge together that it's like a Frankenstein's monster made out of an ostrich and a camel, because it still has bits of Windows 7 in it, bits of Windows 8, and with each update they add the new style interface that sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, and now is doubled every. You have two uninstall program menus, which will often display different programs that you can uninstall. And the funny part is, if you right click on something and go to uninstall, like in the start menu, it'll often take you to the old version, not the new one. And with each update, they seem to break more and more stuff. The latest one was an absolute train wreck. It's a joke. It's a giant joke. It's a joke made at my expense, at the expense of every moron like me that ever recommended Windows 10. But it's stable! So's DOS. I can keep a computer with DOS running non-stop. It will never crash. It also won't do much, but at least it won't delete my files during an update, or require an update, or restart itself, because even though I kept telling it to defer the update, it decided, you know what, I'm gonna do it anyway. My god. Windows 10. Jesus. What was I thinking believing Microsoft? I mean, there's wrong, and then there's boy. Number 3, Clickbait. I should have been using it from day one. Should have been using it with all the trimmings of the stupid, idiotic thumbnails, the inflammatory titles meant to get clicks, because guess what? It works. It works incredibly well. It doesn't matter how bad your content is, clickbait will make it shine in the eyes of everybody that clicks on it, because they will click on it. And yeah, people will complain, well, that's clickbait. Yeah, people complain about my articles even when they're not clickbaited, they're clickbait. Just because I don't write the entire contents of the article in the title, or in the half of the title that they read. Getting people to click on a thing, that should be your number one priority if you're doing internet content. It may be in poor taste. You may want to slap Linus every time you see a stupid thumbnail in his videos, but the numbers don't lie. The numbers never lie. That stuff works. More people will be attracted to it than those that would be thrown off by it, or driven off, flung off, if you will. And you've seen that we have some clickbaity thumbnails in our channel. The one with the Europe thing, that was Raul's doing. He did a superb job with that thumbnail. If only he could do the same with every one of them. There is an art to this. There is effort put into this, and we need to focus more on that in the coming year, I guess. Because so far I haven't. So far I've said to myself, okay, I'm beyond that. I am the Ubermensch. I am pure as the immaculate snow. I am not going to clickbait like a moron. Number 2, the there being no good Dark Souls game bit. Now, to be fair, when I made I made the article about Severance the Blade of Darkness, I made it when, I believe, Dark Souls 2 was not yet out. When I made the video form of it, the English video form, because I also made it in Romanian, Dark Souls 3 was not out either. So what I was facing was me having played Dark Souls 1 on PC before any sort of mods. You know how trash of a game that was, right? And even with the mods, it was still kind of a trash of a game. Even fixed. You have to admit, it is kind of annoying to see enemies constantly being able to hit you through walls. For physics to not matter, for having to constantly go through all those enemies again and again and again just because you died, you have to respawn in a bonfire because there's no save system, because it's hardcore and long. But then came Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 had the amazing achievement of actually having usable controls on a PC. I don't know how they did it. Probably they thought also, okay, let's take what we did with the first two, where clicking is something so complicated that it's not even worth the hassle, and do the opposite. And it works. Dark Souls 3 plays like an absolute gem. It is fluid. It is fantastic. Now sure, the dodge roll heavy combat becomes kind of stale after a while, but it's still rewarding because, unlike in the previous games, it's working. And you may wonder, well, why didn't you use the gamepad? Because I want to be able to move the camera and my character at the same time, like, you know, use all the buttons to jump and use things and move things, which is something I can do with a mouse. Which is something I can do with most games that are built for the camera to actually be worth a damn. You know, for the camera to, like, be tied to the torso of the character or something, like in Jedi Knight or stuff like that. But anyway, I was wrong. There is a Dark Souls game that is absolutely, without a doubt, good even for my standards, and that is Dark Souls 3. It's a superb game that keeps the save game in app data local low roaming and doesn't have cloud saves even though the previous ones had. So it's a good Dark Souls game, but just barely. Like, it's still trying its best to suck. Oh, it is. Especially if you're trying to play it online with friends, because, you know, co-op's a thing, this would be amazing. Oh, that guy just invaded. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Oh, he just summoned like 5 mimics, and they're all eating Raoul right now. Cool. Yeah, best game ever, sure. Yeah, cool. Still has its downside, but it is absolutely a good game. A good Dark Souls game. So everyone's still better. And number 1 is making daily content. I've been making daily content since 2009. For the first 4 years, I guess, none of them were on, well, most of them were not on YouTube. They were on proprietary sites, they were on different services. They are mostly self-hosted by different people that I used to work for, and none of them worked. Daily content, unless it's super well marketed, which is something I can't do because I'm too busy making the content, is worthless. It is spam. It is a pile of crap that should be avoided at all costs. And you may be saying to yourself, okay, so it didn't work because you were like uploading it to some site that nobody visited. Okay, yeah, I get, but once you get to YouTube, the algorithm, it sees daily content and it knows that, baby, you're here to stay. Like, you're doing the do. You are bowling in the numbers. You're putting in the work. You are trying your best, and it will reward you. It will see that it can count on you to provide constant content, and it will drive people to your videos non-stop, like thousands and thousands and thousands a day. It's gonna be... No. I've been uploading stuff to YouTube since around 2013, but using it kind of exclusively since then, and it hasn't really worked. Well, for one, it didn't work because I was making videos in Romania, I guess. That may be an issue, though. A moron pouring coke, the drink, not the narcotic, over said we'll get a mega bajillion more views than anything I ever done. Actually, the only thing that did get traction in Romanian was the top 7 horror games or top something horror games I did, and that's only because people would comment, well, where's Outlast? Where's the enemy within, or what, the evil within? That thing that Bethesda published, and nobody would look at when the video was posted in 2010, before those games came out. Amnesia was not yet out when I made that thing. But half the videos are just that. All that and your voice sucks. And since switching to English, nothing's improved. It's gotten worse, my god. In the past couple of months, seems every video is in the restricted list, which shouldn't really matter much, but it turns out that our views are in the dumpster. Like, we're getting sub 1,000 views for some videos. Sub 1,000. Some of them have 300 views. That's indie game video in Romanian number of views. And I put effort. Oh, okay, I don't put a lot of effort into these because I probably can't afford the time. But I put effort into these every day. Even when I can't speak because I have my mouth sewn shut due to some dental work. Even when I should be sleeping or should be exercising, when I should be out and about doing stuff in the town, taking pictures of cats or that thing that keeps growing from the sewers. I put effort, I sacrifice for these videos, and the algorithm is like, nee, we don't like you. And I'm imagining the algorithm to be a gestalt union of diverse entities that coalesce into hatred of me. And that just boils down to the fact that making daily content was a bad idea from the start. Now, mind you, when I started out, I was making about 80 videos a month. That's 80 videos per month. That's more than 2 videos a day. And I was working for free like a moron because, they gave me the PC that I need to work and make the videos on, because mine sucked. And I thought, okay, that's gonna be a fair trade, right? I mean, no, it wasn't. My god, was I a moron. I was young, I had passion, I had fiery spirit, and I was easily exploitable. At one time I was even doing like 3 game reviews a week. The one of them was in written form, so it was even longer. So basically, daily content, that's not gonna be a thing in 2019. I was wrong to ever do it. Immensely wrong. I have severely damaged my health making content on the webs for money. So next year, I'm gonna take it a bit slower. Maybe make more vlog style stuff. I mean, talking about a video game while I'm by the Danube, fending off potential camera robbers with a tripod, I guess. Probably getting stabbed while doing it. Nah, I kid. Brayla is no, that'll definitely happen. Unless I do it in the rain, because nobody's down there by the Danube in the rain. Doesn't need to be there. Okay, no, I will still get stabbed because that's when they make the drug deals. But anyway, we'll see. We'll have less content next year, but better marketed and hopefully more successful and better made in general, hopefully. Well, that's it for the top 7 things I was very wrong about. I'd like to give a special mention to trusting Peter Molyneux with Goddess. Never ever trust that man. Also, not trusting that Hello Games would fix No Man's Sky. They actually surprised me. Also, not buying Star Citizen when it was $20. My god, that was a missed opportunity because now I'm gonna have to fork over a lot more money to get both Star Citizen and Squadron 42. And a PC to actually be able to play them because that thing needs an SSD like I need a new liver. And hey, if you've got your own things that you know you were wrong about and want to share and humiliate yourself on the web like I did, mention them in the comments. We'll both just laugh and realize that we're growing as human beings, aren't we? We were improving constantly, so at least we have the balls to say that we were wrong at one point. Or the ovaries. It's an expression, don't take it personally. And at least we can all agree on one thing. Dear Esther is still not a game. Goodbye.